right again, and here we are.
Albert and I will stay here. You go on.
Madam, I advise you to follow me.
We're all right. You can pick us up on your next time through.
You silly old baggage.
Here. Who do you think you're talking to?
All right. Anyone who wants to stay here for the rest of the day is welcome. I'm going home now.
The optimists of the party kept dwindling faith with Harris. The pessimists remained in the middle and were swiftly vindicated. Harris got his map out again, but the sight of it seemed to infuriate the mob. They told him to
Go and curl your hair with it.
and to
Go and stuff it.
away somewhere.
You monster! You keeper! Keeper!
Evidently it happens all the time.
It really is an awfully good maze. We must try and get George into it on the way back.
Good idea.
Incidentally, I'm quite willing to let you scull for a bit if you want to. Don't want to be selfish about it. In here a while, Joe.
Here? Why?
It's Hampton Church. I want to see Mrs. Thomas's tomb.
Who's Mrs. Thomas?
How should I know? She's just a lady who has a funny tomb.
I know it's supposed to be the proper thing to do. Every time you see a church, to rush off and enjoy the graves. I don't hold with it as a form of recreation. Anyway, we haven't got time.
I have looked forward to seeing Mrs. Thomas's tomb since the moment this trip was proposed. In fact, I wouldn't have come but for the thought of seeing Mrs. Thomas's tomb.
This is just morbid extravagance. I'm sorry.
Well, what about the Scold's Bridal at Walton Church? I must see the Scold's Bridal.
We have to get the boat up to Shepperton by tea time to meet George.
Oh, hang George! Why couldn't he get the day off? What use is a bank anyway? They take all your money. When you want to write a cheque, it's refer to drawer. Damn nerve. I'm going to withdraw my account. I'm going to get out and have a drink.
There's some lemonade in the hamper.
I said a drink, not your Sunday school slops. Lemonade, raspberry syrup. They're poison. Dandelion and
Pull on your line.
ginger beer. If you ask me, they ruin body and soul, responsible for half the crime in England.
Pull on your line!
I'm pulling!
The other one.
I say this is the life, isn't it?
Rather
Sorry if I was a bit touchy back there.
touchy? When?
Wasn't I a bit touchy about George and Mrs. Thomas?
Were you? I didn't notice. Hey, kind of you to concern yourself there.
Not at all. Good egg. Who's this?
Do you know you gents are trespassing?
What does he say?
Wants to know if we know we're trespassing.
I'm not sure I've given the matter sufficient consideration.
We haven't given the matter sufficient consideration. But, if you give us your assurance that we are indeed trespassing, we would without hesitation believe it.
Well, I tell you, you are trespassing.
He says we are.
Ah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm supposed to throw you off.
What does he say?
He says it's his duty to throw us off.
Oh, well, if it's his duty, he ought to do it.
Does he say how he intends to go about it?
No, he's taciturn on the subject.
I shall tell the master, then come back and throw you both in the river.
He only wanted a shilling.
He must make quite an income, blackmailing weak-minded noodles.
Walton is quite a large place for a riverside town, but only the tiniest corner comes down to the water. Caesar, of course, had a little place at Walton, an entrenchment or a camp or something of that sort. He was a great upriver man, was Caesar. And Queen Elizabeth was there too, and Cromwell. They made a very odd trio. People used to comment when they went on picnics. The first thing we saw at Shepperton was George's blazer on one of the locked gates.
Hello, Harry! Hey! Jay!
And closer inspection showed that George was inside it.
What's that? A frying pan? No! They're all the rage up the river this season. Everyone's got one. It's a banjo.
I never knew you played the banjo.
Well, not exactly, no. But it's very easy, they tell me, and I've got the instruction book.
Good.